Hello, everyone, and welcome to the RedFlex. We join you with moments left of Manchester United versus West Ham United in the FA Cup. Man United have made a big meal of it, currently leading West Ham 1-0 with the Scott McTominay goal. I think we are into the 30th minute, the last minute of extra time. Cass, are we going to hold fire? I mean, I've been worried all the way through this match now about us holding it out.
At the moment.
About holding out, I think that was the problem for me. Like we didn't do against.
He's taking it to the wings. Well played, though.
Come on, boys. Come on. 20 seconds. Come on, lads.
Moments left now. Just moments left. But yeah, so it's Man United against West Ham. We are hoping for the best.
In for today's stream. Thank you for everyone.
Yeah, thanks, guys, for joining in. We are the RedFlex.
Nearly there, guys. We're nearly there. Quarterfinal draw tomorrow. Remember, guys, tomorrow is going to be the quarterfinal draw. Looking forward to it.
Oh, Fernandez. What is he doing?
Come on, I'm just trying to...
This has been... You know what? This has
been...
Go
on, lad. Yeah. Go on, Russia. Oh, what a save. Great save.
This has been... I think this has been the story of the game. You know, we looked like...
It's done. It's over. It's done. We're through.
Yeah. It's over and we're through. So
all the United fans, time to celebrate. Quarterfinal draw. It was a bit of a drab game, but look, guys, it doesn't matter how you get through these games. It's all about the getting through next round. Hopefully it's another home tie and hopefully we can get to another semi-final.
Yeah, for those of you joining us for the first time, we are the RedFlex. We are a channel based in Manchester run by four brothers who support Manchester United. So thank you for joining us. If it is your first time, make sure you like the stream and subscribe before you go. We'll be bringing you match reactions, previews after each and every single game. So now that Man United are through, how do you think the game went? I think it was one of those, I don't know why we do it all the time. You know, like when there's no pressure on or when there's not much going on, we give this turgid, like boring performance where there's just no tempo to the game. Do you think it was because of the lineup? We'll start with you, Harris, because Qasim still seems to be watching the game even though it's finished.
I mean, look, end of the day, any team in the world would miss Bruno Fernandes. I think everyone keeps on forgetting Pogba's injured. Any team in the world would miss Pogba and Bruno Fernandes. If you take them two players out of any team, you're going to take 50% out of your attack. And that's exactly what happened. We just didn't have the killer ball with that final pass, that bit of magic, imagination, creativity wasn't there. I can guarantee if Pogba even was on the pitch, I think this game would have been done and dusted 90 minutes. Thank you very much. Go on, lads, put your feet up. And yeah, it would have been a good night's work. But obviously, when you take them two out and you play two holding midfield, I'm going to keep on going on about it. I do not know why, and it really annoys me about Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. It really makes me annoyed, and you know it's going to cost him one day. Why does he feel the need to play two holding midfield players against an absolute shocking West Ham team? 20 minutes, you knew that they were going to offer absolutely nothing in this game. If you wanted to, you could have changed it up. You could have dropped Van der Beek a bit deeper, and you could have played Bruno a lot earlier. But no, he stuck with it. Ended up being 0-0, and we had to go through an extra 30 minutes of absolute turgidness. But yeah, as I said, we're through. And for me, that was the reason. That was the only reason why we did not finish the game after 90 minutes. No Bruno, no Pogba equals no goals.
So Luna King, who's watching, he's not happy at all. He's like, Fred, man of the match, beast and disciplined. Rashi, Greenwood and Martial are useless together. We should keep Rashford, sell Martial and Greenwood to Crystal Palace or Le Havre. So I don't know what you want to say to that one. We'll probably come back to that later when we talk about man of the matches.
I've been saying it for a long time now. If Man United, if we want to be where we are, if we want to be where we want to be, Martial, Rashford, Greenwood, they shouldn't be in the starting lineup. They should be on the bench and they should be coming on as impact players because they don't have the consistency. They nowhere near have the consistency. And that's the reason why we struggle. I don't think it is nothing to do with Fred or defensive midfielders. The problem is our defense is shocking. And that's the reason why. That's the reason why he's playing two defensive midfielders.
Full house, lads. And got full house.
Full house.
Full house, indeed.
That's the reason why we play two defensive midfielders, because our defense is poor and our strikers are shocking. Martial, another disgraceful performance. Greenwood, non-existent. Rashford, non-existent. And I don't want to hear any more debates about Donny van de Beek playing because he's not good enough.
Nah, it's not fair. It's not fair, man. That's not fair. That's not fair. I think you need to put your phone on silent as well because you'll be hearing the vibrations as well.
What's that, sorry?
We keep hearing the vibrations of your phone, so I think you need to put it on silent.
Yeah, he does nothing. He just stands against the defenders and does nothing. He doesn't get into the spaces between the defenders and midfielders. So I don't want to hear that debate anymore.
Very unfair for me, that.
Yeah, I think that's a bit unfair. What can he do? He's not played for all season. And he's coming into a team where I thought where the changes that he made changes for players that were out of form. Tellez not played, out of form. Who else? Matic, to be fair. Yeah, he played okay, but as in like he wasn't out. He was not match. He didn't have that match rhythm. So combining all these players who haven't got that match rhythm, that's why our tempo was so poor today. Yeah. Matic is slow tempo anyway. Donny van de Beek, poor guy, couldn't really get in the game. Martial is not on it as far as I can see as well. So that's why I thought combined everything. That's why our play was just so poor today. Abdul, very quiet.
Yeah, I mean, just listening at the moment. I mean, yeah, I mean, just to be fair, I think Qasim has a point in regards to Donny van de Beek.
No, you got no point. Come on, Abdul.
Let me explain. Let me explain. Right. So what I think is, I mean, when he's on the pitch, he seems like he doesn't want the ball in the areas that are going to cause issues. Either it's with the team don't trust him with the ball in those areas, or he's moving to a kind of position on the field where he's not going to get the ball, and he just seems completely lacking in confidence. I mean, I understand your point. He's not played any games, or he's not played a run of games, but this is not a young lad. This is a guy who's come from Ajax and made a semi-final of the Champions League, so he should be able to play football. I understand there's an issue with a bit of rhythm, a bit of form, but when he gets the ball, he does nothing. Even when he's one-on-one with the defender near the box, nothing. He's completely short of confidence. He's completely short of confidence. I mean, if we're not going to play him, and we're not going to trust him with the run of games, there's only one way. He either needs to go on loan or he needs to leave the club.
Now, I think that now that we're back in the there's more cup competitions. I think he needs the minutes under his belt. Yeah. I think he needs to play every single one of those games. So if he plays
Euro style football soon.
Yeah, and plus if he plays every Thursday, then obviously I think it'll be good for him.
Well, that's if we can get through the Real Sociedad tie. It might only be 2 games for him.
If we can.
Sociedad haven't won in like last 5 games. Absolute shite team.
Man United don't play well against Spanish opposition anyway, so it's a tough game, whoever we face.
Yeah,
going back to the Van de Beek thing, one thing I just want to add is you say that he hasn't got a rhythm or he needs a run of games, but that's got nothing to do with the fact that him receiving the ball in the spaces that he needs to pick it up, what does he do?
He's not even driving with the ball. He literally just, literally nothing.
Back to the other player. He doesn't want to do
style
anything.
Of play. Yeah, but that's the thing is you're comparing him to Bruno and you want him to be Bruno. His style of play is to keep the ball. Like, he didn't lose the ball.
One-on-one. If he's one-on-one near the box, surely you drive or try and cross it.
Yeah, obviously you want him to be more greedy, isn't it? But his style of play is to facilitate play, as far as I can see. I agree, because I tweeted during the game that he keeps possession, keeps the flow of the attack going, but he needs to be more greedy. He needs to have 20% like Bruno in him, and Bruno needs about 20% Van de Beek to keep the ball. Bruno gives the ball away too much. I just
feel with Donny van de Beek, he's been playing the wrong position at the moment. He should be more kind of deep playing. He's not a number 10.
Yeah, he should be replacing Pogba.
Someone who's a number 10 should be doing more than what he does on the ball anyway.
Yeah. Should play deeper, 100%. More involved, more touches, more influence, 100%.
Yeah, but the people around him in the attack, they're not exactly firing on all cylinders. So it doesn't really help.
That's fine, but he's not even trying to give them the ball in kind of dangerous areas. He's just going for most of his passes today were actually backward passes. Never mind sideward passes, it's actually backward passes.
So MZ has come on and he's like, somebody stop Scott McTominay. He can't stop scoring. McSauce, my midfielder.
Yeah, he was good today.
Lamps Ramp says, why this Rants guy still thinks Martial is good and keeps slating McSauce. Obviously talking about someone on a different channel, but We've got our own opinions, so obviously we'll let you know what we think. To be fair, Scott McTominay previously has not been a favourite of some of us, but let's just put it into perspective. Yeah, let's put it into perspective. Let's just think of the last 4 or 5 games. Forget that you ever saw Scott McTominay play before then. You got to put some respect on his name. He's done
been our best midfielder for me.
Yeah, he's scored goals, energetic, not lost the ball recovery. What more do you want from him, Abdul? Come on, even you've got to admit.
Just like I said in a previous show, I'm not a stubborn man. And on this occasion, McTominay has won me over.
Yeah, well, for now, I mean, like I said, it's one of those. It's a thing that it's fluid, isn't it?
At the moment,
fluid,
he's in form, but
it's fluid.
The only way I'm going to rate him is if he does that on a consistent basis. He's not a young player anymore, although he's young in age. Yeah, I think he's had enough experience now not to be classed as a young kind of
100%. He's like 23,
player.
24, so you definitely can't put him in that bracket.
So what we need from him now is these type of performances on a consistent basis, not one in every 3 games where he does okay, or one in every 5 he's amazing. We need it consistently. If he's doing that, then I will be the first to admit that he should be the first name on the team sheet. Then in that case, or one of the first names anyway.
Fair enough. I'm not being funny, but Tellez and Donny were shocking.
Tellez wasn't shocking. I don't think he was shocking at all.
Donny, I felt so sorry for Donny, man. I felt so sorry for him. I wanted it so badly for him to do well, but it just wasn't happening for him.
Just every time as well on TV, they're always zooming in on his face, trying to make it more sorry for him.
You know, that pass he made, and he went out of play. The pass that went out of play, and his face reaction. Oh, I felt sorry for the guy.
It was bad. Homer says he'll take more risks when he gets confident and gets more game time. That's my point of view. Cass is not having it at all.
How long are you going to wait for that to happen?
How many games has he played?
I mean, obviously, what we need to do is we need to understand that Ole sees him every day, and Ole doesn't believe he can make that impact.
No, I don't think so. I just think the fact that
I don't think so.
He's behind Pogba in the pecking order, and now obviously Pogba's out. He still has his favourites. I think he's still behind McTominay and Fred in the pecking order. But like a lot of people are saying in the comments, that we can't keep playing 2 defensive midfielders week in, week out. It's just ridiculous.
I've been saying that for months.
So if you're happy to play Pogba and a defensive midfielder,
shocking. Why would you not play defensive midfielder?
No, but as in like against certain teams in certain games.
Sorry, Cass, I'm not having that. Just not having that.
What, you had Sheffield United, the bottom club in the Premier League, causing us problems. Which other teams are you talking about? They're the worst team in the Premier League. Causes problems.
Happens. That's the only team in the bottom 10 apart from Palace that have beaten us this year, Qasim. They're the stats and they're the facts. So we've done really well against those bottom teams. So for me, you should never be playing.
The reason why he's playing the 2 defensive midfielders is because we can't defend. That's the reason.
No, it's not that. It's not that.
I think that has something to do with it, but then the way our style has changed now, we're more of a possession-based team rather than a counter-attacking team. So if you know that's the style of play and that's how you're going to play week in, week out, and you're going to have 60-70% of the ball, why are you playing 2 players who don't have that ability to make that killer through ball? Like, what is the point? Like, how bad is playing Donny van de Beek in the 8? He can still run. He can still get in the way. He can still, put his foot in. He's showed in the games that he's actually played in the 8, he's actually played decent.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, I actually wouldn't mind to see McTominay and
Van de Beek in the next
Donner.
game.
Yeah, I mean,
I agree.
Yeah, I mean, if we saw that, I think we've got slightly more creativity, and he'll get more of the ball, and hopefully feel more confident, and then more. I think it's a combination of he doesn't feel confident, and his teammates don't feel confident giving him the ball in those areas where he can hurt teams.
But I'm pretty sure, guys, you can write it now. Even before my match prediction for the next game, I'm 90% sure he's going to go back to his loving McFred, and he's going to play them against West Ham away. West Brom, who are absolute shocking, disgusting Premier League team. Don't deserve to be in the league, but guess what? He will play 2 defensive midfielders, Qasim. I'm sorry, but there's no justification to play 2 defensive midfielders against West Brom away. But guess what? He will play it. And for me,
But it's against a legendary coach. It's against a legendary coach this time, though.
I think you should play 2 defensive midfielders against West Brom. Because West Brom are
long ball football.
They're going to make it difficult for our defenders. So you need 2 defensive midfielders to protect him.
We're going to dominate that. I guarantee you, we will dominate that game with possession, and we will be all over them like a cheap suit.
Yeah,
so
if they're hitting low block, then there's no need. We need as many people on the pitch that are creative.
If we do not have 60% possession and we're not all over them, then we will have this conversation. But I can guarantee you, we will have 60% possession. We'll be all over them, and there'll be no need to play McFred in that game.
Lamps is absolutely fuming here with Donny. He's shocking. Donny got the ball, kept passing back. We are not Barcelona. Let's attack.
Exactly, that's the point I was making.
Yeah,
I think he made more passes backwards than any other player.
Yeah, a lot of good midfielders would struggle to dislodge Pogba and Bruno. With VDB, it's just about time. Same with Fred when needed time and then became a solid player. Yeah, very good point. Luna King says every team are playing with 2 defensive midfielders. I don't think so.
No,
I don't think so. Like Leicester, definitely not. They got 1 and they played 2.
You're treating a 4-2-3-1 as defensive midfielders. Their role is to do box to box. So it depends on how you're viewing the formation.
They don't have the ability to do box to box.
But that's because the other teams are just letting us have the ball. It's not that we're dominating possession. They're just giving us the ball.
No, I don't know about that. MZ says, before I go, a point on McTominay. He performs when he's given license to go forward, but is poor when he has to play CDM. He's big, strong, quick. He's tall, box to box, not CDM. I'm telling you, he could do the Haaland job. You know, he could be Haaland. You know, I think he's like the Scottish Haaland. You know, I'm telling you, he's got a shot on him. He's got a decent bit of pace. He's got strength. Like his attributes are more suited to be a striker. You know that, and I'm pretty sure that in the younger teams he used to be a striker, and he just gives me Haaland vibes.
I mean, look,
he just needs to grow his hair a little bit.
I also think I think he can be a good centre back for us.
You reckon?
As well, to be fair, yeah. I think he's got the height. He's not slow. Yeah, that's who plays for Scotland. 3 at the back. So I think he can do a job there for us. I mean, if we're not happy with Lindelof, I actually wouldn't mind seeing him there instead.
Agree with Clam there.
Yeah, McTominay with Donny and no Fred will be a mid-table
for me,
team.
Fred is not a Manchester United player. Fred doesn't deserve to wear the shirt.
Really? No, he's saying no Fred.
I think he's saying the opposite, Harris.
I think he's saying
no Fred.
McTominay with Donny and no Fred.
No Fred. Yeah, I'm saying that. I'm saying no Fred as well.
No, he's saying if Fred wasn't there, we'd be a mid-table team. I don't know. Clam, you need to clarify.
If you can just confirm exactly what you're saying there.
Yeah, but we're through. Let's just put that to bed. We're through. Through to the next round. Hook or by crook. You don't really remember the performance as long as you get through. So looking forward, Harris, I think you've already. Let's just quickly do man of the match before we roll on about the next game. Harris.
Obviously, as an attacking force, we were absolutely non-existent in this game. Probably one of the worst attacking performances I've seen from United at home for quite a while, actually, which is a stark contrast to the last game where I thought we were excellent. None of the forward players are going to get anywhere near the man of the match for me. I'm going to go with BBC's man of the match with Captain Fantastic.
Okay. Abdul?
I'm going to go for Donny van de Beek now. I'm only joking.
Poor guy, man. Why are you rinsing him like that? Why you got to do him dirty like that, man?
No, I just thought I'd actually
you were his biggest
grab
fan
the
well.
attention. To that game.
You were his biggest fan. You were his biggest fan. Clamping for Van de Beek all the time.
Me.
You've turned it on him.
Yeah, no, I mean, I always make a judgment based on what I see. What I saw at Ajax was the type of football I actually wanted from someone in the midfield. And he's not doing it at the moment. So at the moment, he's not in my good book. So it's going to be time to have a go at him. So I also agree. I think Harry Maguire. It's not going to be any of the forwards anyway. They didn't enough for me. So it's going to have to be Harry Maguire. And I'd say Henderson had a good game, but he didn't do anything. So I'm not able to give him the man of the match. Really. Yeah.
Cass?
For me, I didn't really see what Maguire did that well, to be honest. So I'm going to give it to Tellers. I thought he was the best player.
Yeah, okay,
Interesting. Yeah.
Them two would have been probably the standout performers, yeah, probably.
I think Fred had a decent game. He did what Fred normally
all
does.
right. Yeah.
Got in the way, broke up the play. Only because there wasn't really any other standout performances, and I think the midfield.
It was nothing. He offered nothing.
Yeah, he never does though. He never does. That's not his job.
He's
But
in defensive midfield.
breaking up the play, he was in the way. Because I think West Ham, their midfield, they've got Declan Rice and they've got, Mark Noble, hardworking grafters, and I think he did well to nullify their movement. So I'll probably give it him only because I didn't think there was anyone stand out. So that's why, really. Looking forward to West Brom. I think it's going to be another one for me. I'm just going to keep it short now because we're getting on with time. I think we need to go back to the team that played Everton, even though we didn't get the result that we wanted. I think the performance was very good. So for me, the people that came in today, you got your run out, you got your 90 minutes, but you need to dip back to the bench. Harris.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think Clam's not too happy with Qasim's with your man of the match prediction, Usman.
Tell us, he's not having it at all.
He was bullied by Souček.
Yeah, he was bullied by Souček.
And Ollie can tell us over short after tonight. Wow.
Well, what's the reason why Shaw's performance has got better? Answer that one, Clam Feder.
Because of Tellers, isn't it? Let's be honest.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's good Tellers. Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's offering something, but not on the pitch. But anyway, look, it's job done, game done. Let's move on. We've got 5 days off, which is a bit of a blessing in disguise. We've not had that for a while. Let's regroup, and hopefully let's put in a good performance against West Brom.
What was the question again?
Looking forward. Any?
I was so transfixed with Clam's comments, reading them again.
Yeah. So just changes for the next game. I just said, bring it back to the team that played Everton.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's going to have to be back to our strongest 11, which includes Shaw, Fernandes, Cavani. I mean, I think he has to play. I think as soon as Martial on the left-hand side, he started to get more in the game. As forward this season, he's not performing. I think he's lost his confidence because he knows he's not the first choice anymore front, and he doesn't perform anymore.
I think his
it might be time
numbered now. Yeah, I think at the end of the season, I think it might be time for him to go, especially if we can get Haaland. But anyway, that's a story for a different day. Cass.
Very quickly, big shame that we didn't see Diallo today. I was looking forward to seeing him.
Yeah, agreed.
Martial, Greenwood, Rashford. I don't know what Solskjaer's going to do about that. He's too loyal. The fact that he brings Cavani on the 85th minute when the strikers are going to do nothing for the whole game. You could have had a 5,000-minute game. They weren't going to score. For him to bring him on the 85th minute is absolutely shocking.
No, you probably thought that they were going to go to extra time. That's why.
That's why.
This is what Ole's been doing all season. He absolutely the worst manager in the Premier League for.
No, if it was a league game, then fair enough. But obviously, he knew that 0-0. What's the worst that's going to happen? He's going to play another 30 minutes, isn't it? So, in that sense, I don't think the late substitution was that bad.
We could have avoided the 30 minutes realistically.
Potentially.
Next game, it's away from Old Trafford. I'm fed up with these performances at Old Trafford, so that's the only positive thing, that we're away from home and maybe we'll get a more comfortable performance.
Yeah, Usman also agrees. Any chance of getting Amadan for that game? I think we'd already done our 5 substitutes, so it was kind of not possible for that one. Asir says, Tellers had a shocker, mate. There was a period when he was clueless.
Everyone's split about Tellers.
Tellers, I don't know.
To be honest, I don't think he was good today. I think he had 1 or 2 moments where he did something decent. Rest of the game did nothing for me.
Yeah, but you got to remember, he's in and out of the team for what, was it a poor performance, was it? In any way?
Yeah, it wasn't poor. But I think if Shaw was on the left, he'd do more than that.
Obviously, Shaw's been our best player for the last 3-4 games, 100%.
I think that's why everyone's probably saying he's not had a good game, because everyone's expecting to see what Shaw does.
Comparing him with Shaw, maybe.
Yeah, that's the same thing with Donny van de Beek. Everyone wants him to be Bruno Fernandes. But anyway, thanks for watching, guys. This is the RedFlex. If you haven't already, please like the stream before you go. Helps us out a lot. Leave your comments for us as well. You can follow us as well on Twitter and Instagram. Information is on the screen. If you haven't already, please subscribe to us on YouTube, and we'll be back each and every game before and after, and also with random stuff in between as well. So thanks for joining, guys. We'll be back before the West Brom game, which is next up. Man United need to kind of keep going in their pursuit of second place, let's say. Let's not say the title. But anyway, thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you next time. Goodbye.